All right, let's go ahead and jump back into the Bitcoin price action. Before I do that, you'll probably notice there's a new banner on the channel. I accidentally deleted the last one I had, so I was like, well, why not make a new one and put the ticker MLG in there because that's the meme coin I am currently running. I did not launch the coin. It's a community takeover, and then I'm now pretty heavily involved in that. So we're going to be sending that coin to the moon. A lot of exciting things happening there. Not saying to buy that coin, but if you are a gamer on the PC, go ahead, click that Discord link in the description down below. Find the channel in the Discord that is for gaming, and then go ahead and join our other Discord for the MLG token, and you can go ahead and really get involved with the community, hop in VCs with me, play some video games. It'll be a lot of fun. We got custom servers on the old Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, all that good stuff. So if you want to relive your childhood, that MLG era, definitely come join us there. Also, I'm going to shout out BingX because they got another event running right now. So if you want to go ahead, get yourself some nice bonuses and rewards, feel free to use my referral. And with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. Are we going to go ahead and send up to crazy targets, or is this thing actually going to top out at around 100,000? You know, I've been cautioning the price action here as we have seen a lot of topping signals. Retail is back in full force. We're at that big psychological number, but trend is your friend till the end of the trend. I don't see any breakdown going on. We held the golden pocket very nicely here. So until structure changes, I won't fade this thing, and I'm not going to be selling, especially because a lot of the coins I hold are meme coins, and meme coins historically rally at the very last second, even on a lower high for Bitcoin. So let's say we are truly topped here, and structure is going to break down. We break down like this, come up to back test, and then fail. You know, even in this worst case scenario, a lot of stuff is going to be running in this area, and they're going to be making higher highs while Bitcoin is making lower highs. You'll have that nice divergence, and that is actually a very good topping indicator, warning sign. You had Doge last cycle where Bitcoin made a lower high into the springtime, but Doge made a much higher high as Elon went on SNL, and that was a big topping signal, right? Having that massive market cap meme coin go ahead and deviate from Bitcoin can be very powerful. So we're going to be looking out for things like that in the market. So far, I don't see that going on. I don't see widespread meme mania. Certainly there's a lot of stuff that is pumping like crazy. You have celebrities making meme coins. We've had that though throughout this cycle, right? Throughout the entire year of 2024 pretty much has been this kind of meme coin mania with influencers pumping and dumping stuff. The state of crypto right now is pretty wild, so it's just kind of to be expected at this point. I'm not seeing anything that's really too much different from what we've been seeing this entire time when it comes to the gains being made on meme coins. We haven't seen anything go to like 10 billion plus, so not really too concerned when it comes to that field. Yeah, we have retail coming back. We have some topping signals. We have a lot of stuff that is pumping. You know, you had XRP do its big parabolic move that usually happens at the end of the cycle, and I definitely think we're near the end of the cycle, but we got some time left in my opinion. We look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is starting to run back down, so I would expect, you know, this is going to make a lower low. We are going to start more of the rotations into risk, right? And this is where we're going to see a lot of euphoria return as stuff starts to bump to the moon. I think this could be the beginning of that final angle of attack, the steepest angle of attack for many of your risk on assets. And this is where stuff gets crazy. The FOMO begins and everything skyrockets to the moon, but it doesn't last forever, right? You cannot just have 100% day over day. And many people get caught off guard by that because the move all happens at once and then everyone FOMOs on top of the move after it's already over, and that's how they get wrong-footed. So we want to make sure we're already in our position, right? You should already be in positions from potentially 2023, right? This is not the time to be buying from cash positions. It's the time to just be sitting and waiting to potentially sell when we do see more of those topping indicators come into play. But yeah, essentially, I think we're going to hunt down here to this box. How long could this take? Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, we can all see the same chart, right? Bitcoin dominance last time took around 50 days from when it started to drop. We have already been in this leg down for a little bit now, about 20 days. So I would say just based on last cycle, maybe around 30 days from now, maybe a little bit longer, because we're seeing this move not as quickly, right? Last time we just kind of had a falling knife straight down. We're seeing Bitcoin bounce up here, or at least the Bitcoin dominance bounce up here before potentially rolling back over. So this trend could take longer, right? We might not top out until later on in 2025, like let's say March, April, May, June, something like that. Definitely possible, but this will be kind of the number one indicator for me as a way to kind of gauge when that top is actually going to come in. I'm not too worried until we get down to this gray box I have drawn out here on the chart. Let's go to total 3 because we were talking about this volume level, and this is what gets me very, very excited. So we went ahead and swept to the highs, made a higher high on total 3, came back down and perfectly back tested the value area high of the last bull market. So a nice bullish back test of that is kind of the best case scenario, and at this point I think there's a good case to be made that we are going to go ahead and have a absolutely massive run when it comes to the altcoin market. And like I said, this can all happen very, very fast. I think people forget just how fast things move in crypto, and like I said, could be just 30 days from now when that top is coming in. But at the same time, if there's gains to be made, we want to be in those positions that are going to make profit. In my experience, it hurts more to see something rally without you than to just sell a little bit too late. But that's just me. You got to decide for yourself what you want to do, your own risk tolerance, all of that good stuff. But yeah, so far so good. I really like what I'm seeing over here on total 3. Let's look at the S&P 500 because I haven't touched on it too much because there's not really too much to talk about. But just FYI, there's nothing to worry about here. We're just continuing to move on up, and it looks like we are within that final angle of attack right here for the S&P 500. So this is probably going to form a blow off top, and this will go ahead and be a big signal of what is to come, because a blow off top in the S&P 500 I think is going to be the catalyst to get everyone super euphoric before a Great Depression, or maybe not a Great Depression, but just a recession. We still have a lot of recessionary indicators flashing. We have unemployment coming back up. The SOM roll flipped the inverted yield curve. I think a lot of people were really fearful in 2023, even a lot during, beginning of 2024, a lot of this fear mongering about world wars and all that stuff, recessions. And then now that we're into Trump getting elected and we see the prices moving up, people are forgetting that stuff and they're thinking, okay, well, no, we're not going to have a recession anymore. It's time to buy. It's time to hold for the next 4 years. In my opinion, that's the biggest wrong foot that is going to take place in this market, as we are going to enter that recession that everyone was fear-mongering about just a year ago, actually within these next couple of years. So yeah, those are some of my general market thoughts. Let's run back to Bitcoin. Do I think the top's already in? I'd say at this point, no. I think we're probably actually going to break that high. Is the $100,000 region going to be where we start to distribute? Definitely could be, but it'll probably take some time. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bit of a Wyckoff here, right? So if we do start to distribute, make some sort of Wyckoff structure and then fail, and we see Bitcoin dominance falling within this range, that'll be classic repetition of what happened last cycle. I also would not be surprised if we see Bitcoin just rally up to maybe $150,000 to $200,000. And then we see alts outperforming during that time as well. And then we just see a big mania phase in the markets, and we form more or less a blow off top. That is definitely on the table as well. It's too hard to say which one is really going to happen, but definitely is probably time for the alts to start flying either way, and I'm pretty excited for the short-term future. But if you do have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also, go ahead and check out all of those exchange links down below. Go ahead and use my referral links to get yourself some nice bonuses and rewards. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.